representing John Tavar Entertainment.
GG, we're back. John Tavar, your source to knowledge, the power of you podcast with a special guest here, my man Lordbread.
You already know.
You know what I'm saying? We spoke about your project. We tapped in a little bit to the into the main topic, which is the personal growth. But just talk a little bit more about your single, Entering. What actually got you make that single and actually entitle it Entering.
So Entering, man, when I was in the process of creating this album and all the drugs that I had, this beat was hitting out to me and all that. And then I didn't have a name at first really, but so I paid attention and I started singing Entering, and then that's when the project name started getting to me, Enter the Avatar, So Entering means you're going inside, And so when I read it just says Entering Lordbread, so it's personal, you entering, you're going inside Lordbread. So you get to see his perspective, his insight, on things. And so that was cool for me, because I never seen no song named Entering, you just going into something, So it's the start of something new, So I open people to transformation, to growth, to start new things within,
And you know what? Everything starts within.
Yeah.
People just get this misconception about looking at the outside, not even knowing that everything starts from the inside.
So I had to take a step back to go inside to see what that was about in there, I had to go into the darkness to see the light, because that's how it
is. Yeah. Nah, for real, man. Because it's someone looking at the mirror, and you're trying to change the image you see of the mirror, but the only way you can change the reflection of the mirror, you got to change yourself first.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? But going back again though, Entering. And you definitely, really spoke some stuff, man.
Yeah, man, we did the video too, man. Shout out to Blizzard on the video, So the Entering video, man, make sure y'all go check that out on YouTube right now, man. The joint been running up now. I'm proud of the numbers it's doing, man. It's great.
Independently, by the way.
Yeah. Everything I've been doing now has been growing more than my last video, so that's really good, man. I'm proud of the community that we building here. So Enter the video, man, check it out. You can see it in the beginning, man. We start off in a dream, man. I was talking in the conversation with my higher self, man. He's telling me I've been disconnected. So it's just basically the reconnection and the understanding, just getting another view of things, just another view of things. And everybody got different perspectives, so you want to understand different views.
And how was that when you was going through that? You know what I mean?
It was good, man, because transformation is always good. It's part of growth. Even when people used to play Pokemon back in the days, they gotta evolve. So
Right.
Because once you see that evolve, you hype. Even that little cutscene, that little 10 seconds or however many seconds it was when that Pokemon evolved, it made you hype. It grew. Yeah, because growth is important. You feel me? It's a catalyst to many things, that transformation. Get into that new form or that new level. It feels really good. It brings that joy back, being a kid. And that's very important in people's lives. You got to stay in touch with the joy of things,
Absolutely.
And I get lost in, the work and stuff like that. You got to stay in touch with the joy, man. And feel good like a kid again. You got to stay happy.
Gotta stay happy, because happiness is a way of life, It is a way of life, but happiness begins within you, obviously, It's not about how much money you have. Obviously we do need money because it is a tool for us to survive, but, that doesn't equal happiness. We know a bunch of millionaires, billionaires who live miserable.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? And this is one thing that we all gotta understand, it begins within you. And I do think that some people also, they just are afraid to take a leap.
Yeah. And you see, fear. And fear, see, that's what I said. I had to take a break to study a lot of words. If you look at the word fear, you see the back part of it has the word ears in it. So a lot of our fears are instilled through our ears. So when you think about that, you gotta listen to less things that you hear, and you gotta go inside and feel more. You gotta go without feeling first, and then upgrade with the hearing and seeing.
Right.
Because if you think about it too, our eyes are an extension of our brain. You know,
it is.
So we're seeing the things that we thinking or we expect to see.
Right,
You know?
right.
So we gotta be more mindful of those things. You know.
Well, that's true because I mean the way you think and the way you feel equals your personality.
Right.
You know, and in order for you to change your personality, you got to change how the way you think and how you feel.
Right, and that's the whole point. I'm encouraging people to enter the avatar now, because when you enter the avatar, you're saying with your thoughts, you're saying yourself, you're saying with your understanding of this realm that we live in. You know,
Right.
Instead of just being out here like running around, you know, you got to sit with self, figure it out, and then you project. You know,
Yeah.
A lot of these people are helping create the world we live in, so we got to go inside and create better world to live in.
Wow, man. Wow. So what tips you think you would give someone who's really trying to look for themselves and trying to, you know, grow?
Well, one thing I would say is self-studying or self-educating, because when you self-educate, you study the things that you're curious about. Okay, like if you're gonna sit down and go study, nobody gonna tell you what to study. You're gonna just find something that you're curious about.
Right.
So the first thing I do would be self-educating. Go learn about the things that you're curious about, because if you're thinking about it, your brain is connecting you to it. You know.
Right.
So I would definitely recommend self-studying. You know, and not just trying to go get taught. You know, and stuff like that. Self-educating is very good. I do that a lot. I just study a lot. Because I always thought about, like, you know, going to college and stuff like that. But then I also realized that you could study. And say, if you can study faster than the class gonna teach you, then you can save you time.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, so you can manage the tool better. The time will be the tool in that sense. You can manage it better because you can learn as much as you want faster.
Right.
Then they saying you have to learn this in this amount of months, and then they teach you the next stuff. You know, so self-education is very important in the growth and the knowledge of self.
You're right about it, because you don't feel as if you're forcing yourself.
Yeah.
Because like you just said, you're curious about it. So anything you're curious about,
Yeah.
you're doing it because you're curious about it.
Yeah, so it's like you dive
more
into studies, you dive in. You swim, and then once you see what's under there, you want more, you keep swimming.
More, right.
Yeah, so it becomes an adventure or a current. It's like water, it just flows, you know?
It does.
Yeah, so another thing, like, you have to also, since we talk about transformation, you have to become the person that likes doing it. So, for instance, if a person doesn't like to work out, you have to become that person that likes to work out. So while you're working out, you love it. You understand what I mean? And that's internal work. It's not saying that like your physical is just going to turn into the person that loves being in the gym. No, you gotta mentally say, I'm the person that loves to work out when you go into the gym. Even though your physical is like, man, I don't want to go to the gym. You telling yourself inside, I am that guy that likes to pump iron at the gym. So now when you at the gym, you pumping iron.
You pumping it. You're right.
So we have to become that person. We have to become that person internally, and then when we go to those places, we project it out. And then they see it. You know, and then the people watching, they get to experience your projections.
Well, absolutely, because one thing I've been doing, you know, for a while, is really obviously affirmations, and talking in the present moment. You know,
right.
You know,
right. That's so powerful.
It is, because you're really instilling that in your brain.
Right.
And now your brain knows that you mean it.
Mm-hmm. Because your subconscious is not the same as your regular consciousness. You know, that's the internal thinking, that's the voice in my head. It's the subconscious area that we dealing with when we talk about that. You know, and that when you become aware of your subconscious, you know how to deal, or you gain a better relationship, I should say. You gain a better relationship with your subconscious area.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. That's a goddamn lot right there.
Correct. So, like I said, we in an era of growth right now, you know. A lot of people say history repeats itself, but we never been where we are today, okay? Like, we are learning, information is more available.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, so if you want to get stuck in an illusion of history repeats itself, then you can keep creating those same realities. Or you can step up to the plate and create your own reality, which I recommend everybody do. Okay, we're not here to judge or criticize, but we're here to point you in the right direction.
There you go, man. I think, what was it saying? To change your personality, you gotta change your personal reality. You know, and that's how you really, you know, develop as a person. You know what I mean? And also I would say, you know, establish goals, right?
Definitely.
You know what I mean?
Definitely goals. Because goals are something to look forward to. It's something to
Yeah.
work towards, you know?
Yeah.
And then when you get there, you celebrate and set a new one. Why you celebrating?
Yeah.
And you feel like, oh, that's the best feeling.
Absolutely.
You know?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Set goals. Yes,
Yeah,
definitely.
man. I mean, listen, I always set my goals every morning, man.
Mm-hmm.
I write at least 10 goals a day of what I'm going to accomplish today. And then I got my long-term goals that I always take a look. I have a post-it on my mirror, and I just read it every morning.
Right.
You know, just to reaffirm that. You know what I mean? Because again, though, the human mind is it's the most powerful computer because it is a computer, the brain. It's a
Definitely.
computer that just collects
Saves
data.
Yep, it saves
Saves data, collects data,
Mm-hmm.
all the above, you know. But it's not until we know how to tap into it, like you just said, the subconscious mind, which is 90% of the way we are in life.
Right.
You know, not until we're able to reprogram our subconscious mind, you know, we really can't make that change within ourselves. But one thing about the brain, we have the ability to reprogram ourselves. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely do.
And eliminate the way we used to think.
Mm-hmm. Just like you see at phones, they get updates, and humans get updates too. But you got
Yeah.
when your phone get the update, sometimes you have to click the button to update.
Right.
So same thing with you. You got to be allowing yourself to update.
You gotta update yourself.
Or you can choose to stay the same.
I love that
you
term.
know, yeah.
You gotta update yourself.
And the update comes from allowing yourself to do it. You know.
Yeah.
Because we want to grow. We are beings of growth. Like we are nature.
Yeah.
Everything in nature grows. You don't see like stuff in nature staying the same. You know,
Everything evolves.
Mm-hmm.
Everything.
For real. So
wow, man.
we going